Oba. I just finished Raw, and yeah, Oba beat Dominik Mysterio. Everyone thought maybe Brock would come tonight or something would happen, but no. So Raquel gone and Dom gone, which means Liv is the only member of the Judgment Day that is still in the tournament right now. Now, I will say this though, at the end, Oba did taunt Brock Lesnar though after his match. So there's a chance that in the finals, Brock Lesnar might ruin it for him, which I really hope not. Like a lot of people are saying this. I can't see why he can't have both. Like King of the Ring, like stop not pushing people that need to be pushed when they need to be pushed, when they're red hot. You know what I mean? Like the guy's already there. He's huge. He's massive. He is the next big thing. So anyways, that's my 2 cents. The evening started with a Bloodline promo. Roman Reigns came out, started by acknowledging Jay, started by acknowledging Jimmy. Then Jay and Jimmy were basically like saying, hey, Jacob didn't get acknowledged and he shouldn't get acknowledged and he should acknowledge us. Roman Reigns didn't like that and ultimately said that no, actually, I'm happy that, Jacob is not a yes man and it's time to, acknowledge him and welcome him properly into the bloodline. So he put an ufala on him. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right. But anyways, he put that on him. And on their way backstage, comedian Eric Andre was on the side. But it makes sense because he has a movie coming out on Netflix with John Cena. And anyways, he started touching it. And Jacob had none of that. So he started beating on him, put him inside the ring. And we thought that Roman Reigns was saying like, hey, stop it. And he was. But then all of a sudden something switched and Roman was like, no, take him out. So he hit him with a splash and then got out of the ring. Roman Reigns said, run it back. So then Jacob did it again. Anyways, that was the segment. I really think we're going to have a strong bloodline continuing and expect to see the bloodline tear it up for a while. I don't know if this means Jay wins King of the Ring or not. I don't think they necessarily need to go that route. But expect to see the bloodline dominate, I think, a big chunk of the rest of 2026. Io Sky had an upset. That's right. She beat Raquel. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this. The match itself was probably one of my favorites of the night. But you know me, I love the genius of the Sky. And yeah, the match was great. Ultimately, it really could have went to either of them throughout the entire thing. Raquel wasn't really on top. It was kind of back and forth. And in the end, Io got it done. I was just shocked that she did. I really thought that they were writing it to be, Liv versus Raquel. But, I'm really enjoying this tournament. There's been a lot of these twists and turns. I just hope that the next one is really not predictable. And I really hope that Oba, doesn't get attacked by Brock. Anyways, super happy that, Io got it done. And we'll have to see where it goes from there in the finals. Then we saw a quick segment backstage. Danhausen made his return to Raw. We haven't seen him on Raw in a while. And it was with Liv Morgan. She was trying to get him to basically curse Oba Femi so that Dom could win. Danhausen was too busy tinkering with his things. And Liv got bored and basically left. We then had Chad Gable's return match since no longer being the original El Grande Americano. He took on Rusev. The match itself was awesome. Had a lot of great spots. If you have not watched Mask vs. Mask yet on AAA, go watch it. It's on YouTube. It's absolutely free. In the end, Chad was able to get the job done. He hit the angle slam, followed by an ankle lock, and then won the match. After the match, Ethan Page attacked, but Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee came out to help him out. So it looks like now they had teased that he was going to go and apologize to people later in the night, but that never happened. But obviously it's got to be Alpha Academy. I don't see who else they're talking about. LA Knight then had a promo where he basically came out and was saying that, that Solo got involved in his match and he wasn't happy with the bloodline, similar things to what's been going on, and they found a way to bury him again. Jimmy came out, basically said, you gotta drop it. Solo's not with us. I don't know what you're doing. Just stop. Then Jay came out after a little bit of back and forth. That turned into a fight. Eventually, LA was able to get the upper hand on both of them using a steel chair, but Jacob came out and got him with the Tonga death grip. They kind of made it seem like that was going to be it. Like, we might not see LA in this for a while because Jacob said, like, he's done. I took him out, but I really hope not. Like, why bury him? Why do we keep doing this? I'm hoping LA comes back stronger. I don't know why we're allergic to pushing the good guys, but anyways, that's what happened. Charlotte Flair then took on Roxanne Perez. It's kind of interesting how Liv hasn't been wrestling and hasn't put her title on the line, and she's in this Queen of the Ring tournament. And Charlotte, who she's going to be facing on SmackDown, was in this match and not Alexa Bliss. This whole thing was kind of weird to me. The match itself was okay. Basic Charlotte Flair and Roxanne Perez kind of match. Obviously, Liv tried to get involved. Alexa Bliss stopped her. In the end, yes, Charlotte Flair did win. Now, I want to know, who do you think is going to win on SmackDown? Is it going to be Liv or is it going to be Charlotte? I'd actually like to see Io versus Charlotte. I don't know. To me, nothing against Liv. I like Liv, but I just don't think she should have been in this tournament. That's just me. Javon Evans then came out to do a promo basically saying that, he's not worried about Jey Uso. He's going to win and he's going to become the new king of the ring. All of the contenders at this point are saying that. But surprise, surprise, Logan Paul is back because he came out to the ring, which makes me realize we haven't seen Joe Hendry in a while. And I feel like ever since he's been called up, they're not using him either properly. Like, I don't know, man. Lately, I'm starting to question things. But anyways, Austin Theory and Logan Paul were basically telling Javon Evans, you should join the Vision. And then they were saying, no, we are telling you, you need to join the Vision. That turned into a match, which saw Javon Evans take on Austin Theory because Javon was having none of it. Towards the end, Javon Evans went to go hit the OG cutter, but got intercepted by a massive spear from Braun Breaker, which I think would surprise nobody. And then Javon was saved by the Street Profits. So I know Braun Breaker at Night of Champions is going to be facing Seth Rollins in a cage match, but something tells me the Street Profits are going to be facing the Vision for Tag Team Championship Gold very, very, very soon. Finally, the main event saw Oba Femi versus Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom obviously kept running around the ring at the beginning. Then he tried to cheat. He tried to get JD involved. He put the ringside hammer in his boot and basically hit Oba with a low blow, which made him fall into the ropes. Hit him with the 619 with the boot that had the hammer. But that was not enough to put Oba over and basically made him mad. And then he kind of did like Omos just did on AAA and hit them both with a double chokeslam and then hit him with the fall from grace for the 1-2-3. So anyways, Oba did win. And like I'm saying, I'm hoping in the finals Brock Lesnar doesn't get involved. I'm really hoping not. It would be so stupid, in my opinion. Anyways, that's it. That was Raw. Let me know what you thought of it, and follow along for some more wrestling news and content.